I've made up my mind. Let's get divorced.
You hear that, Dad? We did it! We finally rid of that old fatty.
Just don't come crying for help when you end up homeless and penniless, got it? You won't get any sympathy from me.
Trouble Busters!
Good morning. Aren't you gonna eat any breakfast? I understand that he's a teenager, but it's still really sad when he completely ignores me like that.
Don't use his age as an excuse. What makes you think you're innocent in this? I bet it's your fault that he's ignoring you.
What do you mean? What did I do to him? And hey, are you gonna leave without eating breakfast too?
Nah, I'd like to have a good start to my day, so I'll pass.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I'd like to have a good start to my day too. That hasn't happened for as long as I can remember. What's the matter, Melanie? You don't look so good. Is there something on your mind? To be completely honest, there's so much on my mind, I have no idea where to even start. Uh-oh. How long have you been feeling down like this? I wish you would have told me sooner. Let's hear it, Melanie. Tell me what's going on. Thanks, Hillary. You're always such a good listener. I'm Melanie. I'm currently juggling both supporting my family as a housewife and also working part-time. I live with my only son, Taylor, who's in 7th grade, and my husband, Tucker, who works at a company in town. I'm not asking for anything extravagant. I just wanted to be able to enjoy a peaceful and loving home life with my family. But my son won't listen to a single word I say. And when I talk to my husband about that, all he does is coldly say that everything is my fault. Lately, it's gotten way worse, and it's all just too much to bear. I can't believe this. How could your own husband and son treat you like that? I wish I knew, Hillary. I really do. But just being able to get that off my chest is a big relief. Thanks for listening. I think I'll make them both their favorite food for dinner tonight. I'm sure that'll lighten the mood, and we'll finally have a peaceful evening at home. If you think that will work, let me know how it goes, okay? There! I made Taylor's favorite hamburger steak, Tucker's favorite spicy chicken wings, and my favorite omelet on rice. They're gonna be so happy. I can't wait to finally have a nice conversation around the dinner table. Taylor! Tucker! Dinner's ready! Huh? Wow, you guys are both dressed up pretty nice. What's the occasion? Oh, did you guys figure out that I was planning a nice dinner for you? That's sweet of you, but you didn't need to dress up like that.
What? We're not dressed up for you.
Really? Well then, why?
I'm taking Taylor out for a nice dinner tonight, so we won't be eating at home.
What? You're going out? Why didn't you tell me? I had no idea. Look, I made both of you your favorite dinners. Come on, let's have a nice meal at home together, please.
No way. I don't want to eat anything cooked by some old fatty like you. Just being around you makes me so sick. I can barely keep any food down at all, even if it is my favorite.
Attaboy, Taylor. Way to tell her how it is. But honestly, I think you're being way too kind. I'd probably puke out every single one of my organs if I had to eat in front of this old hag.
Ew, gross. But hey, even if that happened, at least we have this old fatty around to clean up all the puke.
Hey, how can you say such cruel things to me? You tore my family, my husband and my son. I love the both of you so much. I was just trying to make you happy.
Yuck, love? Don't get anywhere near me with that. I might catch whatever stinky old fatty germs you have on you. Stay away from me.
Taylor.
Oh, here it comes. He's finally gonna get after him for talking to me like that.
What is it, Dad?
I am so proud of you for standing up for yourself like that. You did a great job telling her exactly how you feel.
No, Tucker, you can't be serious.
Let's go, Taylor. I got us a reservation at the restaurant with that gorgeous young waitress I told you about. If I stay around this old hag any longer, I might just lose all my appetite. So hurry up and get in the car.
All right, let's get out of here.
Why are you two doing this? Are you gonna let the dinner I made for the two of you go to waste? Who's gonna eat all this food?
Why don't you eat it? You made it enough to last yourself a week, I'd say. Oh, by the way, here's the money for next month's bills.
$200? Are you telling me to make ends meet for a month on just $200?
Consider it a chance to prove your worth as a housewife. If you can't do it, then what good are you?
Tucker, that's impossible. That went way worse than I possibly could have imagined. But I'm not about to give up on this family just yet. I've got to keep trying. There must be some way to get through to them. Here, honey, I earned your work shirt. See? Not a wrinkle in sight. Here, Taylor, I made you some roast beef for your lunch today. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm not eating anything your gross old fatty hands have touched. Hey, Dad, can you give me some money to buy something decent for lunch?
No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, nothing works. They still treat me the same way. That's it. I can't take it anymore. If things keep going this way, I don't know what I'll do. I've made up my mind. Let's get divorced.
You hear that, Dad? We did it! We finally rid of that old fatty.
Taylor, are you really so happy you're gonna lose your own mother?
Of course I am. Who would want some useless old fatty like you around? I'd rather have no mom at all than have a crummy mom like you.
Taylor, how can you say that about me? I remember when you were younger, you used to chase after me all the time wanting a hug. You were such an adorable little child.
Oh, when you shut up about the past, I'm not a little kid anymore.
That right there is your single biggest problem, Melanie. You're so caught up in your memories of the past that you've forgotten how to live in the present. And just look at what you've become. You don't even look like a woman anymore. You've completely abandoned your femininity. You should be grateful that I even put up with you for this long.
I never thought I'd hear such horrible words from you, Tucker. If that's the way you're going to talk to me, then that's it. I'm leaving.
Yes! Now we finally be able to get rid of your toxic negative attitude. Things are gonna finally look up for us, Dad.
I know, right? Having Melanie in the house was like living in a funeral parlor, for crying out loud.
Goodbye.
Just don't come crying for help when you end up homeless and penniless, got it? You won't get any sympathy from me.
I don't have much left at all of the money I saved from working at my part-time job. What am I gonna do from now on? Well, in any case, I won't have any future at all if I don't eat. So I guess I better go out and buy some food.
Huh? Melanie, is that you? What's the matter? You look absolutely terrible.
Well, the truth is, I told Hillary everything that had happened over the last few days.
I can't believe my eyes.
Hillary? What is it? Wait a minute. Is that...
Chastity, my darling. You're just as ravishing as ever today.
Oh, Chastity, whenever I look at you, I feel like I've died and gone to heaven because you're a total angel.
Aw, you two are just too sweet. So tell me, where are we gonna have dinner tonight, boys?
Today, I've made reservations at an exclusive Italian restaurant for their $100 per plate premium course.
I love eating with you, Chastity. With you around, everything tastes a million times better. You're so totally out of this world. Out of the solar system, even.
You're so good at giving compliments, Taylor. Hey, Tucker, I'm wearing the bracelet you gave me last week today. How does it look on me?
Those two make me sick. How can they do this in public? Melanie, the truth is, I've seen Tucker walking in and out of hotels around town with another woman before. I'm so sorry. I should have told you sooner, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't mistaken.
Wow, that Chastity is gorgeous, isn't she? I don't see how I could possibly compete with a woman like her. I guess I understand now why they would call me ugly, old, fatty, and hag all the time. Compared to that girl, they're completely right. I am old, and fat, and a hag. But it still makes me angry! I was young and beautiful once, back when I gave birth to Taylor. But ever since then, I've been spending next to no time or money on myself. So I could give my all to providing Tucker and Taylor with the best home life that I could possibly give them. And now I see how they repay me for everything I've done for them, everything I've sacrificed, and I cannot take this sitting down.
That's right. And you did all that for them while still working part-time too, didn't you? You're a super housewife. I can tell by looking at the lunches you make for Taylor and how clean and neat you keep Tucker's clothes. You're incredible. They don't appreciate you at all. Do they have any idea how much it would cost to hire a maid, chef, and chauffeur to do all that for them? It would be astronomical.
Mark my words. The two of them are gonna regret this. I'll see to it. Look at that girl. There's no way she's gonna take care of them in the same way I have up until now.
That's right, Melanie. You need to make sure the two of them learn a big lesson.
Oh, don't worry, Hillary. I know exactly what I'm gonna do now. You ready? It's time for you and me to do some trouble busting.
Okay, Melanie. Let's start working on the plan to get some sweet revenge on Taylor and Tucker.
Oh, hey Hillary. You're home early.
Is this your husband, Hillary?
Yeah, let me introduce you. This is my husband, Alan.
Nice to meet you, Melanie.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry to drop in unannounced like this. Your wife, Hillary, has been one of my closest friends for some time now. I hope that I'll be able to repay her someday.
Nah, you don't need to worry about repaying us at all. That's what friends are for, right? We're glad to help however we can.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So anyway, Melanie, I had a plan I wanted to tell you about.
All right, let's hear it.
It's been really fun to work with you at the store all these years, but now that you'll be on your own, you're going to need a lot more income, right? What would you say to coming to work at my husband's business?
What's that? Melanie, are you looking for work? Oh, that's great timing. I have a position that just opened up a few days ago.
You mean you're giving me a job? But I don't know, is there really anything I can do well enough to get paid for?
Don't worry about a thing. After all, someone like my little pipsqueak Alan here can do it. I'm sure it'd be a breeze for you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I mean, sure, the people that come to my place are all pretty muscular, so compared to them, I might look kinda like a pipsqueak, but don't forget that it's my business. Got it?
What sort of business is it exactly?
It's a gym, duh.
Hello? Who is it?
Hey there, Melanie. Long time no see.
Tucker, what in the world are you doing here? I haven't seen you in a year.
Hey, Mom, I'm here too. You remember me, your favorite son, Taylor. I missed you.
Huh? You're calling me Mom now? What happened to old Fatty?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You must be thinking of someone else.
Isn't this great? Reunited with your only son? There must be so much you'd like to talk to him about. I thought I'd bring him by your place so you could catch up.
That's right, Mom. How about we sit down and have a nice cup of tea together?
I thought that just being around me made you want to throw up every single one of your internal organs.
Ah, come on, Melanie. There you go again, always ragging on about the past. Would you give it a rest already? I thought you loved us. We're your family. Was that all a lie? Were you just pretending to care about us all those years? Now enough stalling. Hurry up and let us in.
All right, fine, you win. I unlocked the door, so take the elevator up to my floor.
That old fatty sure is dumb, Dad. She actually fell for it.
Hey, don't lose your focus. We're not done here yet. We gotta stick to the plan, so we gotta keep up the act a bit longer. We're gonna clean her out. If we play this right, I think we could be looking at $10,000 payday.
Huh? Are you really my mom?
Yes, it's me. I'm your mother, just like I always was. Why do you ask?
But why did you change so much?
Have I really changed all that much? If anything, I'd say you two are the ones who have changed the most over the last year.
Well, the truth is, it's been terrible for us this last year.
Tucker told me everything. Apparently, Tucker has somehow contracted some disease, and he spent much of the last year hospitalized. With no one at home to look after him, Taylor's life is a mess, too. He stays up late and can't wake up on time for school, so he's constantly missing his classes. One day, he was in a rush to get to school in time for an important test, where he fell down into the road and got hit by a car.
We're sorry, Melanie. We never realized until now how important you were to us. Please, can't you help us out?
Help you out? Help you out how?
Well, you know, make her meals, clean the house, that kind of stuff.
I saw the two of you taking a young woman on a date to an expensive Italian restaurant. You seem like the both of you liked her an awful lot. Why don't you ask her to help you out?
Wait, you knew about that?
You mean her? No way. She's such a spoiled brat. Every time she tries to pick something up, she starts crying. Oh no, I broke a nail. She's not good for anything.
Oh, well, isn't that a shame? I'm sorry that your devious plan to be so cruel to me that I had no choice but to leave you. Then try and replace me by wooing some young bimbo with money, jewelry, and fine dining. Didn't work out so well for the two of you in the end, now did it?
Hey now, don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I was trying to marry Chastity or anything. She was just, a friend. A young and gorgeous friend that I invited out to dinner, as friends. That's all.
Wait, really? But you said that you want to look good standing next to Chastity at your wedding, so you were going to save up to buy an expensive tuxedo, didn't you? You even picked up running to get in shape.
Taylor, shut up! You're ruining everything!
Honestly, I don't care in the slightest about what sort of fantasy the two of you had in your heads. In fact, I don't care about the two of you at all. Both of you are absolutely nothing to me anymore.
Well, Dad may be nothing to you, but what about me? I'm your biological son, aren't I? Your darling little Taylor. So come on, you can help me out, right? If you don't want to come by and do the chores, that's fine. You can just give me some money. I'd be okay with that. So what do you say, Mom? Could you lend us $10,000?
I have to say, you boys are something else. You think you can belittle me, mock me, abuse me, cheat on me, and abandon me, then 1 year later come back and act like it never even happened? And worse, you expect me to be your maid service? And to top it all off, after running me out of the house and trying to hook up with another woman, you expect me to give you $10,000 my hard-earned money because you got yourself into trouble. Are you out of your minds? Did you just break out of the insane asylum? I wouldn't even give you $10 for the bus fare home. Now get out of my house.
How dare you, Melanie! Aren't you forgetting something very, very important? We might be divorced, but you're still Taylor's mother, and you have a duty to provide for him. Don't think I'm about to let you run away from your responsibilities.
I think you're the one who's forgetting something important. What about your own responsibility to Taylor? You got full custody, which means you get to spend as much time with him as you want. Along with that comes the responsibility to provide a decent living for him. You know that. After all, you're the one who demanded sole custody during the divorce. Don't tell me you forgot your sanctimonious little speech about how Taylor is everything to you. Now I can see that was all just a lie in order to keep from having to pay me child support. Taylor isn't everything to you. He's nothing but a pawn in your sick and twisted scheme.
Stop trying to dodge the issue, Mom. I'm your son, right? Don't you love your only son at all?
Of course I love you. I loved you from the day you were born, and I'll always love you. But you need to learn a lesson about what love really is. Love isn't allowing someone to do whatever they want, even when they're hurting themselves or others. I'm giving you exactly the kind of love you need, tough love. You're not thinking about anything but your own personal benefit. You're like a wild animal stalking its prey, full of nothing but greed and bloodlust.
Mom, that's mean.
Melanie, how could you be so cruel to your own son? I won't let you talk to him like that.
Don't you act like you're innocent in all this, Tucker. Who do you think it was that turned my sweet little Taylor into the monster she's become? It was you, Tucker. You're the one who made him this way. You're the one who turned Taylor into a cold, calculating, uncaring, unthinking boy. I'll never forgive you for that.
Hey, don't blame me for your own failures as a wife and mother. This is your fault.
Whenever Taylor would belittle or insult me, who was there cheering him on, huh? The way he looks at women like they're a piece of meat? The way he treats money like it's the most important thing? He turned out to be the exact same way you are, Tucker.
How dare you?
Hey, come on, guys. Stop talking about me like I'm some kind of monster. You're supposed to be my parents.
Yo, Melanie, babe, what's going on out here? Is there some kind of trouble? Huh? Who are you? I'm Melanie's husband. Who are you? And what are you doing in my house? Oh, you're Melanie Scoozer ex-husband, aren't you? I can't believe it. You got remarried already, Melanie. And what do you mean, loser ex-husband?
Hey, Dad, calm down. Relax. There's no way you could win a fight against a huge guy like that. You gotta think. Use your head.
You're absolutely right, Taylor. That's my boy. All right, time to put my unmatched genius to work and show these two who's boss.
Something tells me you're about to completely humiliate yourself. But go on. Let's see what this unmatched genius of yours can do.
This is gonna be great. I should record this. Let me get my camera.
Pipe down, musclehead. This doesn't concern you.
Listen up, Melanie. When we got divorced, you walked away with all the savings you had stored up from working your part-time job, didn't you? That account may have been in your name, but since all that money was from the time we were married, that makes it both of our joint property. You know what that means. Half of that money is mine. And today, I've come to claim what is rightfully mine. Now hand it over right now.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It's joint property. That means your bank account that you put your savings into is also joint property, now doesn't it? So, according to your legal theory, I have a right to claim half of that. If I recall correctly, at the time we divorced, I had about $3,000 in my account, and you had $50,000 in yours. So you can have it your way. I'll hand over half of mine to you, and then you can give me half of yours. Half of $3,000 is $1,500, and half of $50,000 is $25,000. So that means that if I accept your argument, you'll still owe me $23,500. So what do you say, Taylor? Will you be writing a check, or do you have that much cash on hand?
What the? Dad, what happened to your unmatched genius? She just smoked you in under 45 seconds.
Hold on. Let's not get too hasty. You're not really gonna take that much from me, are you?
Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. In either case, there's nothing that you can do to stop me.
No, please.
And then there's this issue of your lady friend to attend to. After taking your savings, I can also sue you for the emotional damage you caused to me by your audacious infidelity.
Melanie, don't. Please, I beg you. I'm too sick to work, and I still have to take care of Taylor. Don't do this to me.
Ah, yes, your illness. About that. It just so happens that I have a juicy bit of information that you might like to know.
That doesn't sound good.
You see, a few weeks ago, a lovely little blonde lady named Chastity showed up on my doorstep.
Chastity came here? Why?
She was absolutely furious. She said that you gave her a disease that's ruining her life. She said that thanks to the disease you gave her, she'll never be able to get married. She was also under the impression that I'm the one who gave the disease to you, so I'm responsible for paying her medical expenses now. And from that conversation, I figured out exactly what kind of disease you have, and also that you're so hard up for money that you don't have any to give to her for medical bills.
And Melanie got checked out and she's clean. She doesn't have your disease. Which raises the question, who was the one who had the disease first? The unfaithful husband or the home-wrecking harlot? In any case, that confirms it. You were cheating on Melanie. I also hired a private detective who gathered plenty more evidence. So if this goes to court, we'd win easily. No! That can't be!
Dad, this isn't looking good. What are you gonna do now? What's plan B?
I've got one. Tell you what, Taylor. You're Melanie's son, so I'll give you a chance. I'm gonna whip you into shape. I'll design a special diet and training program just for you. 2 hours in the gym every night. If you can complete my program and straighten up, then I'll adopt you and you can live with us.
That's a marvelous idea, Mark. What do you say, Taylor? Do you want to become a total beefcake like Mark here?
That's a very kind offer, but Dad, let's get out of here.
Sometime later, Tucker's disease got worse again, so he had to go back to the hospital. Taylor stayed around to look after him for a while, but he eventually got tired of having to spend all day and night at the hospital and ran away. He got involved with a bad group of people and found himself on the wrong side of the law time after time again. But on the bright side, he did eventually find a stable source of food and shelter, as a prisoner in the county jail. Once he got out of the hospital, Tucker started a part-time job to support himself, and he's barely scraping by. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you about Tucker's mistress, Chastity. She couldn't hide her treatments from her fiancé, and once he found out she cheated on him, he immediately called it off. But enough about them. Here's how we're doing.
Yo, Melanie, babe, check out my biceps. I'm so pumped up today.
And look at the veins on your arms. You're really working it today, Mark. Oh, nice. The pull-up bar is free. 1, 2, 3. Thanks to Mark's hard work, as well as some generous assistance from Alan, who introduced us, by the way, we were able to open our very own personal training gym. Hey, Mark, check it out. It's the original protein bar I've been working on for the last few weeks. Want to try a piece?
Wow, it's finished already. Great work, babe.
I wanted to do whatever I could to help Mark in running the business, so I got the idea to make a protein bar. We could sell it to the gym patrons at first, and if it does well enough, we can even start selling it online or in stores.
So, what flavor is it?
I started something unique, so I decided to go with T-bone steak flavor.
T-bone steak? That, sounds delicious, I guess.
I know, right? I'm not the weak and timid Melanie I used to be anymore. Now I'm living life like I never thought I could with my new husband who really respects me as a partner. And it's all thanks to my friends on the Trouble Busters team. Until next time.